and welcome back to the Cardinals franchise. First time recording this series in the new space. I've done a few different changes to try to mitigate some of the echo. Still have a couple more things coming in. I know we definitely still have a bit of echo, so hopefully that'll all be gone or mostly gone by the end of this week. I'm doing a bulk recording for the videos of this next week, so the Cardinals videos as well as the Ohio only challenge for this week will still have this same sound. So if it sounds good, great. If it still has a little bit of echo, I am working on it. But important thing here, 2 games left in the Cardinals regular season. We have clinched the lead in the NFC West. Having that 3-game advantage over the Rams means with 2 games left, we can't drop down. So we won the NFC West. In terms of the playoff picture, we are still chasing that first round bye. Currently projected 2nd seed, playing against 7th seed Cowboys in the wild card. That could change again depending on what happens these next 2 weeks. Still chasing the New York Giants. And actually the Giants, as well as us, the only team to actually clinch their conference, have the same record. There's actually 4 teams who are all 10-5. So looks like it's a really good NFC East with the Giants and Eagles. Then obviously us winning the NFC West, Panthers as well 10-5 for the NFC South. So it's a very close race across the entire NFC for the top seeds. All pretty much besides 3, I believe. Yeah, besides the 3. So it would be Packers, Saints, and Cowboys. Could also be the Buccaneers, depending on how the rest of the season goes. That could all be in. So very close race. A lot of teams with the same totals or same record. So we need to make sure we take care of business the next couple weeks. And speaking of taking care of business, we might want to start taking a look here at some of the re-signing of players. We have 22 available players to re-sign. So now Zach Allen, we have offered before. I would like to keep him as a backup. And it looks like the previous offer was 2 years, $4.5 million. But he is projected to have more of about a $5 million a season deal. 2 years, 10.4 is the expected value. He will be turning 26, so can still get a little bit better. So we will bump up the bonus a little bit. Let's just go ahead and make it a 2-year, $5 million per season. Be a little bit less than the expected value, but I think that could get the job done, and I'm wrong. We're going to have to convince him that he can't find a better team with more money in free agency. If he hits free agency, I think we still might have the option to bring him back. Kingsley Keke has actually played pretty well for us this year. Will be turning 26. Is another guy I think I would like to have as a rotational kind of guy. He's been able to play a little bit of rush DT as well as end and switching to the 3-3-5 next year. I think he'd be a very versatile guy for us. So I'm going to bump this up to a 2-year deal and have it be $3.5 million a season. I think that would be a decent offer, and he will sign. It's apparently the exact offer he was hoping for. Now, most of these guys, as you could see here, I'm already have listed as not interested. I am trying to basically overhaul the backups as well as just get a lot younger. We've had a lot of guys like Antonio Hamilton turning 30, who's under 70 overall. Ben Neiman will be turning 28, still under 70 overall. The goal here is to get younger. This was the oldest team by average age. So the goal is to get younger. Someone like Greg Little, who will be turning 25, 67, someone we could potentially bring back in open free agency. But a lot of the backups are run block focused, and we're more of a passing team. So we need some pass blockers. So a lot of the offensive linemen will probably end up going if they're not in the starting rotation. But now we are set to actually get into this game against the Falcons. They have an 80 offense, 81 defense. They have some decent guys. If we take a look at where they're ranking, defense, garbage, offense, about middle tier. Nothing spectacular, nothing awful, besides their rushing yards per game. That's pretty bad, 29th. But I think we definitely have the favor going into this game. They're 6-9, we're 10-5. So let's jump on in.
Now it's supposed to
Let's get this game underway. We will be receiving the open kickoff return here. Dortch will be returning. We'll definitely be getting to at least the 25, and that's pretty much exactly where he stopped. The refs will be nice. Mark at 26. But our offense will take the field, and need to see Kyler Murray play well. So far this season, Kyler Murray has had a very up and down year for sure, having some really good plays while also not throwing the ball when I told him to. It's all right. Mostert will get forward for a gain of 3. Definitely tried to have him toss that one out to Young on the RPO, but instead he hands it off. We'll probably see a good bit of Derek Young at the running back spot today. Mostert not having the best stamina late in this season. Started the game off with his player icon already at yellow, but D-Hop getting forward for a gain of 28, first pass play of the day. And we've seen D-Hop kind of disappear a little bit the past few weeks. Not necessarily completely disappear, but just not getting a lot of steady targets. Derek Young still struggling to get past people in the open field, but a gain of about 9.5. Can't really complain about that. Second and inch is going to run some more RPO here, and we will definitely hand this one off. Decent blocking up front, actually. Just wasn't able to get by the linebacker, but still gain of 4. On first and 10, we'll bring out all of the tight ends. All to that right-hand side, go the bit of play action. Try to see if maybe we could get D-Hop one-on-one. Don't like it. Not really having anyone open. We'll just end up stepping out. Will be a loss of 1. Following that play of a loss of yards, we'll go with a bit of play action rollout here. And we do have a tight end. That's going to be Ertz, caught down to about the 12. First down inside the red zone. And with our first down here, still have about 1.5 yards that we could get before getting into the end zone. And we will go ahead and hand this one off. Mostert will get forward for about a gain of 2. On second and 8, going to be looking for more here. I like the little out, not really an out route. I can never remember what that route is called when it goes to the outside. I know if it goes to the inside, it's a flag route, but to the outside, post route. I think it's post. No, post you go to the inside. I don't know. Maybe flag is when it goes to the outside. I didn't play receiver. I played almost the exact opposite of receiver, defensive line. So I don't know all of the names of the route options. But I know we're going to need a scramble here. Try to find something. Murray on the run. Great block from our receiver, and we are in. First touchdown of the game goes to Kyler Murray scrambling. Tried to find his receivers, but no one broke open. Good coverage from Atlanta, but they just weren't able to contain. And now Atlanta's offense will take the field for the first time today. Cordero Patterson, still the running back. Honestly, a bit of a surprise that he had such a resurgence at the running back spot when he came to the Falcons. This year, not doing too bad. About 750 rushing yards, only 3 touchdowns though. Granted, I still think of him as more of a receiving back rather than a traditional running back, even if he is catching the ball out of the backfield, and that one's going to be dropped. Collins broke it up. Not sure who it was intended for. Number 5. I want to say that's Drake London, I believe is the name. And it will be incomplete again, intended for number 86. I believe that's their tight end. And that will be a 3 and out for Atlanta's first drive. Following a pretty solid first possession, there were definitely some hiccups along the way. We'll see if we were able to correct anything. And we're going to get a wide open Ertz right down the middle over the top of Deion Jones. Ends up being brought down by Collins. But after we pass midfield all the way down to the 36. Not too bad of a first play. We'll go again with another pass play here with trips to that right-hand side. D-Hop alone to the left. We'll try to get our receiver open in the back corner. That's Brown. Does he drag the feet? They say no. And why not? Let's challenge it. Early in this game, we could spare some timeouts here. I have no idea if he actually did catch it or not, but let's have some fun with it. And I can't tell from that first angle. Does he get that first foot down? Actually, that looks like that might be in. But the refs still say no. I guess maybe a fraction of the foot touched out. So instead, still 2nd and 10. Well, not really instead. We'll just continue with the 2nd and 10. It was a really good pass. Put that ball exactly where it needed to be. Ertz. That ball needed to be thrown a little bit more inside, but he makes the grab. Number 29 not able to get back over in time. And Ertz doing a backflip. Okay, then. Down at the goal line. 1st and goal from the 2. We're going to go with a bit more of RPO here, and they do bite inside, and we got that seal on the outside. Derek Young is in. Believe that'll still count as a rushing touchdown, even though it was a pass because it was behind the line of scrimmage. But that's definitely another receiving touchdown on the year for Derek Young. And now the Falcons offense comes out for their 2nd drive, needing to put something together, already down 2 touchdowns. And they have Cordero sitting just past the line. They instead go deep to 89. And that one ends up being broken up. So far, 3 incompletions on 3 attempts for the day. At least it's just the beginning. Go with a play action here. Mariota going to scramble. He does get past Simmons, who ends up just jumping by Mariota. And he'll scramble forward for a gain of 14. And that is the first down for the Falcons on the day. Coming out heavy tight end. Actually, it looks like a extra lineman on the very far outside, but they don't seal the edge, and that's going to be a loss of 2 for Darrell Patterson. 2 rushes, only 4 yards, brought down there by Byron Murphy Jr. Strangely enough, it's the Falcons who I think of more as a spread team. Granted, I haven't watched them all too much in recent years. Have been playing more of the base formations than I think any other team has this season, at least to this point in the game. 3rd and 15. They come out with trips to the left. Their tight end just at the line to the right. Where is Pitts? Is he injured? Because he's definitely not out there right now, and they're close to the 1st down. It will be a gain of 14. Brought down just before the line to gain. And there's actually quite a lot of players here for the Falcons that are injured. Kyle Pitts is one out for the game. Grady Jarrett doesn't have anything listed, so that's a big miss for them. And while the Falcons offense might be struggling, their punter are doing pretty good. Downs us at the 11. We'll bring out our power back here in Williams. We'll get forward for a gain of 4. And that's how we will end the 1st quarter. This game very much in our favor so far, 14-0. But we've seen our team kind of fall apart in the later parts of the games. So we need to make sure we continue to play well. Going to start the 2nd quarter here with a bit of read option. They definitely bite well on the running back, but a good job from their linebacker. Read that the whole way. And on top of all that, Zach Ertz also held. So this is not a good play. 2nd and 14. And I know Murray is feeling it after taking a hit on that last play. We're going to find Hopkins here for what we can get. Gain of 5. We'll bring up 3rd and 9. And on 3rd and 9, we're going to bring up the 2 tight ends set to that right-hand side. We're going to send Brown on the jet sweep. Try to get his speed to the outside. Good block there from our tight end. I believe that was Max Williams. I don't believe it was Trey McBride, even because Madden continually messes with my depth chart. But a 1st down gain there from Brown. On 1st and 10, we'll come out with a bunch to the left. 1 lone receiver to the right and more. Going to toss this one to the outside. Mostert, no blocking for him whatsoever. Will be a loss of 7. And on 2nd and 17, even though I just checked jet sweeps, it did not pop up previously, but we're going to toss this one to Derek Young. Try to get his speed to the outside, and the blocking does not hold, and he's not able to find a gap to get by the DBs. We'll at least get a gain of about a yard. So there's something, but 3rd and 16. Maybe Hopkins, Moore, or Brown as the number 1 reads here on this play. Trying to let them develop. Kyler's going to need to run somewhere. Get this one to his receiver, who doesn't try to go for it, but a flag is down. And we get bailed out there. They call DPI on Casey Hayward Jr. First down for us at the 43. I wouldn't agree with that call, but bails us out. Go with another RPO here. Hand this one off down the middle. Darrell Williams powers through 1 tackle. We'll get a few extra yards. Gain of 6. Trying to do as much as we can to balance the stamina between all of our players, as they definitely aren't doing great right now. We're going to find Moore. No, Moore not able to hold on to it. I believe that was Terrell? I can never remember how to pronounce his name. But the corner here for the Falcons almost got the pick on that previous play. Hand this one off again on the RPO. Gain of a few yards, first down. With about 4.5 minutes left before halftime, sitting at the 42. We definitely tried to drain some clock before we head into halftime, and that was an iffy throw. Number 9 dropped back as soon as I went to pass. Luckily, we have Ertz, who has 4 catches, 81 yards on the day, to secure that one and bail us out of what could have definitely been a turnover. Try to get this one to the outside. Moore gets the catch. Defender falls down. We're stretching it and into the end zone. That was a close one. Kazee not able to get across the field to get the stop. Rondale Moore in for a touchdown. We'll make it a 21-0 game. Falcons really need something here before half. So far, the first couple drives for the Falcons have really not gone anywhere. They've gotten a couple plays here and there, but definitely have not been able to consistently move the ball downfield, and that one almost picked by Murray. Also, almost a good catch by number 19. But on 5 of their passing attempts, they've only completed 1. That was for a first down. I want to say a gain of 14, maybe more. But they really just haven't been able to get anything going. Gardick doing so good on those outside rushes. Cordell Patterson, 4 rushes, -1 in the yardage total for himself today. Not good. But at least for our defense, we are playing well. Empty set here for the Falcons on 3rd and 12. Trips to the right, twins to the left-hand side. We'll drop to a cover 3 from the double A gap. Mariota going to scramble. He got by us before, but not this time. Slides down in front of Murphy and Simmons, and they'll punt away. And following a great return by Adoree Jackson, we'll start just in front of midfield. We're going to go with a play-action rollout. Had a couple different options, but we'll slide down instead. Gain of 5. Try to make sure we run this clock a little bit. A little over 2 minutes left before half. Derek Young in the backfield will take the handoff. Good blocking. We'll get forward for just enough to get that first down, about 5.5 yards. And there is the 2-minute warning, 21-0, and we're driving. And when we looked at the injury report for the Falcons, it was primarily offensive players, so they're just struggling, really, on defense. We're going to find Derek Young here, who stays in bounds. We'll get about a gain of 15. A great play there from our receiving back. Allow that clock to keep ticking. Go the run down the middle here. Derek Young finding some space, still fighting forward. Another first down. Gain of just over 10 yards. And with just about a minute left on the clock, we're going to go with a wide receiver screen pass here. Get this one to Isabella, who has some speed, but the blocking really not there, but we still manage a gain of 4. And on 2nd and 6, same formation. 4 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. We're going to run a little bit of quarterback draw here. Kyler Murray down the middle, and he will get forward for the first down to the 6 as we call our first timeout. Well, I guess second after the challenge early in the first quarter. First and goal, empty set, trips to the left, twins to the right. We're going to motion over Young on a bit of a jet sweep, try to get his speed to the outside. We don't hold the blocks, and oh, he was close to getting the edge, but just couldn't get around it. Going a bit of hurry-up offense here. Make a slight adjustment to Ertz' route. Definitely the number 1 target here. In the corner, one-on-one. He gets the catch, just not the feet down. 3rd and goal. Going to send D-Hop on a drag route. And what can I get? A a late crossing pattern there from Williams. I think that works well for us here. Bit of play action. We're going to go for that, but was going for Max Williams on the delayed cross, but Kyler Murray not able to get that ball over the line. Will be the first time we don't get a touchdown here. Instead, field goal unit coming out. And this is Prater to make it a 4-score game. And it is up and through 24-0 as we head into half. And this one has definitely been a one-sided affair. 24-0. Our offense has been moving the ball. Their offense next to nothing. You can see over here on the right-hand side, 14 passing yards, 17 rushing yards. Not good for Atlanta. They definitely need some help. But let's take a look at some other games. Pittsburgh and the Ravens. Close game, tied game, 10-10, 22 seconds left before half there. Both teams 6 and 9. Now looking into the NFC North, we have Chicago and the Lions. 36 seconds before half, the Lions are up 14-0. None of these teams we've seen so far have even been 500. Jared Goff having the better game there, though, hasn't missed a pass. As we take a look down south in Texas, Houston with the Jaguars. Jaguars up 14-7, 15 seconds left before half, and still no team that we've seen an update for here has been above 500. Luckily, though, for Atlanta, they will be receiving the second half kick, and they're going to need to get a touchdown on this drive to even make it any bit of a game. If we get up 30, if we score a touchdown and the Falcons don't, we might start to see some of our backups come in. And you could sense the urgency here for the Falcons. First play, the second half is an empty set. They end up having some late releases. Mariota going to scramble and slide down after a gain of 5. Mariota with the total 23 rushing yards on the day is their leading rusher, having pretty much all of their rushing yardage, with I think Cordell Patterson having a negative amount. Will be complete here to 89. I believe that's their second, maybe third first down of the game. That is the second catch of the day for Edwards, 20 yards total. Will be another trips formation here. Gardick off the edge, and he's going to miss Mariota, but Kennard, that's what it is, or Kennard, does not. Loss of 4. I could not remember his name for a hot second. Second and 14, 2 tight ends to the left-hand side here for the Falcons, 2 receivers to the right. Patterson in the backfield with Mariota, shotgun set, and eventually they'll snap the ball. There we go. And they will sit a couple guys underneath, and we'll find one of their tight ends, 86. He's probably had the most receptions, I feel like, of any of their players today. And I would be wrong because that was his first catch. I should change to most targets, because he has not caught at least a couple. I know we've knocked out at least 2 to have gone towards him. Mariota completing his third or fourth pass of the day so far, and that one complete just to the wrong red bird. Instead, intercepted Jalen Thompson? I can't remember what his first name is, but all I know is we have ball. And at running back for the start of this possession, Jonathan Ward. Have a bunch to the right. We'll follow behind them. Good blocking. And anyone could run behind some good blocking. Gain of 7. With Mostert having a little bit of a stamina issue today. Maybe a lingering injury or something just nagging at him. As we were going to go for Rondale Moore, but we saw the DB dropping back. So Lorenzo Carter will pick up a second sack today. On 3rd and 8, we're coming out in that empty set. Trips to the right, twins to the left. But, Derek Young around the outside. Got to see what this guy could do. And with not very good blocking, tries to cut it inside. We end up not getting much, but Derek Wolfe injured for the Falcons, who have already struggled with injury problems this year. So on 4th and 6, why not Matt Prater out for the field goal attempt? This would be about a 54-yarder. And he's making that no problem. Make this a 27-0 game. Empty set again to start the drive here for Atlanta. Trips to the left, twins to the right. We'll keep an eye here on their tight end, number 86. They've targeted him quite often, and they go there again, and he takes a good hit there from Simmons, but holds on to it. 2nd and 5 as they come out with a bunch to that left-hand side. A lone tight end spread to the right. Be Cordero in the backfield to help block. Gardick had some open space to get to the quarterback, but he was picked up pretty well by Cordero. Gain of about, I want to say 4? Was it a 2nd and 5? I can't quite remember. They're going to go with a stretch, and there is Byron Murphy Jr. stopping Cordero Patterson yet again. 5 rushes, -2 yards. And on that punt play, the fans here for the Falcons have started to boo their own team. Not looking too good for the players here who will probably look to leave come the offseason if this continues to happen. On 2nd and 8, we'll come out empty set. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. If we could get a 30-point lead, backups are definitely coming in, and that might be happening here. Isabella with a great read on the players, and he is headed to the house. No one's catching him. That is a, 4 to 5 score lead for the Cardinals. Let's send in the backups. Great job there from Andy Isabella, though. Read where the defenders were going, made the right cut, and then it was just pure speed. And substitutions have been made across the board. Really want to see what Cameron Thomas can do here at the end spot. He's in line to at least be the number 2 of our edge rushers, or small edge rushers, I guess you could say, for the 3-3-5. So I want to see if it's going to end up being him or Gardick. Gardick definitely in the running for the starting spot as he played so well this year. Vigil. He almost gets the INT there. We're going to make an audible here. 3rd and 2. Pressure. Stick to the inside of these receivers. They switch to an empty set. That means we should have a free rusher. And it was Myja Sanders, I think, on the left-hand side, or at least the left-hand side of the offense. But we don't get there. Instead, 1st down for the Falcons. Yeah, definitely need to see what Thomas and Sanders can do to see who we end up keeping if we release someone, or kind of to see what the depth on roster currently looks like for what we will be switching to with a 3-3-5. But so far, Cameron Thomas not doing a great job of getting off the edge. He is a rookie, but I believe an older rookie. I want to say he's 23, maybe 24. I could be wrong there, but that's just what I'm remembering. They'll go with another pass. Cordero Patterson gets the first there, so he's at least doing something in the passing game. That's another 1st down for the Falcons, and I believe they've about doubled their 1st down total on this drive alone, which just shows how bad they've been against our starters. The defense with the 2nd team out there, not doing awful, not doing great. That's how we end the 3rd quarter. We'll head into the 4th, putting up at least double-digit points in each quarter. It'll be an empty set here for the Falcons. They have... Never mind. Let's just wait a second before we call anything here. And they're actually going to send a receiver into the backfield rather than sending their running back into the backfield. They run a screen pass on that. Very interesting. We'll get a 1st down there from number 19 down to the 35. I believe this is the furthest they've gotten downfield today in total. Empty set here again. Oh, go to the outside. No, cross the middle. Nice catch again, number 19. That was on Matthew, another rookie corner. This is the time that these young guys have to prove if they deserve to stick around or if we end up making a huge overhaul. Screen pass again, Cordero Patterson to the opposite, the weak side of the field. 2nd and 10. Gain of nothing on that last play. Was it a screen play? I already forgot. Will be a handoff down the middle. Cordero Patterson stretches it to the outside. Nick Virgil will get over and get the stop after a gain of 4. And just like that, Cordero Patterson has positive yards in the rushing department. 3rd and 6, another empty set here for the Falcons. Going to bring down Washington to help cover that 89. We have a free rusher, Cameron Thomas, not able to get there before the ball got out. Got there late because of that flag down. And with just under 6 minutes left in the game, the first scoring opportunity here for the Falcons at the 1-yard line. They'll go with a play action, and they will actually get it. I thought that was going to be knocked away, but Hamilton not able to get his hands on it. Drake London with the touchdown for the Falcons late in this game. And now it's time to see what the backup Cardinals offense can do. Going to see a lot of Jonathan Ward at running back. He's kind of the next best guy for the do-it-all kind of back. He'll get a gain of 3, his first carry. Or at least of this drive. He was out there a little bit earlier in the game. Trace McSorley in at quarterback. We saw him play pretty well in the preseason, but he's going to miss a wide open Andy Isabella. Of course, Isabella earlier this game had that wide receiver screen that he took to the house. Was a great play and actually allowed the backups to come in, and McSorley tried to get the ball out to Young. Probably should have just handed it off. Instead, we will punt, I believe, for the first time today. And now the Falcons off to their best consecutive plays so far. See if they could double up their points with another touchdown here. About 5 minutes, a little under 5 minutes, setting up a screen to the left-hand side. Our defense in pursuit. Cordero cuts it back towards the middle and finds our defense. Brought down after a gain of 7. On 2nd and 3, we'll come out double A-gap blitz here. Try to get Cameron Thomas off the edge. He's got to be able to get around the edge, especially if he's a free guy, and they go with a very tall pass to their tight end, who does get the catch, but only ends up getting about a gain of 1. And that was a tackle made by, I want to say Matthew is the name of the rookie cornerback. I want to say we brought him on from a practice squad, if I'm remembering correctly, but it would have been a while ago, and he'll cut down and get the tackle there. So it was definitely not Matthew who had the tackle last play. At least I don't think it was 35. I want to say it was 20, maybe? It just goes to show the amount of depth that I know on this roster, which isn't a whole lot. They haven't really been able to get on the field much because they're really not all too great. But they did force an incomplete pass on that first down pass. A lot of passes in that sentence. 2nd and 10 here. They make it audible, send that receiver back to the backfield, and again set up a screen pass to him, and our linebacker ran right by him. 3rd and 1, that empty set once again. Looks like a backup running back in on that right-hand side. I want to say that's Connor. If I remember correctly, we traded him to the Falcons. And they go with him here on this 3rd and short, and we get the stop. It will be a punt. Or maybe it won't be. They're actually going for it on 4th down because, I mean, why not? We're going to send the double A-gap blitz here. Have some man coverage, and they do get to the outside, but Drake London steps out of bounds. That should be a turnover on downs. With 2 minutes, 5 seconds left on the clock, we'll see if our offense can put together anything here with Trace McSorley in at quarterback and all of our other backups in, as well as we do have an open receiver, and that one is nowhere close. McSorley played pretty well earlier in the season when given a couple chances to get out there, but not impressing today. Going to take the read option here, though, for the first down. About a gain of 15 to 20. You're actually gain of 16. I was closer with a 15. So at least right now I'm thinking we might need to look for another backup quarterback to at least rival McSorley. He's going to have to scramble around again here. Running to the opposite side of the field. We'll throw that one away and then take a pretty cheap shot. 2nd and 10, empty set. Going to send Derek Young on that jet sweep once again, really trying to feed him the ball. We want to see him develop well. And when we have some free time to do so, he'll get the ball. He'll get forward for a gain of 9 there. Took a pretty good hit as well. 3rd and 1, again, empty set. Going to go with that quarterback draw. Trace McSorley will get just enough, about a gain of 2. About 30 seconds left on the clock. We'll take a couple shots toward the end zone here. Give some of our younger guys a chance. And we're actually going to have a guy wide open in the middle. Trey McBride, our rookie tight end, is in. Adding a little insult to injury there, but that will wrap this game up. A huge dominant victory today. And this game just all around poor for the Falcons. They really weren't able to get anything going, nor were they able to stop anything we really did on offense. We were actually able to run the ball pretty well. And as the team heads off, you can see the stats here, over 100 rushing yards, which rarely happens for us. Only give up 25 rushing, 150 passing. Altogether, defense played very well, just smothered the Falcons offense, and their defense is wasn't able to really do anything. We were able to kind of move the ball however we wanted. And even after such a dominant win there, we still have yet to take the first seed in the playoffs, still sitting behind the Giants. Although it has moved around a little bit for the NFC, now slated to be playing against the Saints as the 7th seed. Cowboys moved up to the 6th seed. So some movement happening, but not the movement we were hoping for. In the last episode of the regular season for Season 1, we will be playing against the San Francisco 49ers, who are very much underperforming. They have an 87 overall across the board offense, defense, as well as just the team overall. But they're only 6-10. And I know their division it's our division. It's not a super tough division with the Rams, Seahawks. You would expect them to play pretty well, at least be above the Rams. At least I would think, with how the team has been built. But not the case. So we'll finish off the season, or again, regular season, with a division or conference rival. I guess it's still a division rival. But yeah, that will be the next episode. I would like to get some of the backups in again in that next game. Let our first team guys kind of recover a little bit. We were able to do that a bit in today's game. I honestly probably could have got them out sooner, but wanted to give us that 30-point cushion. The backups were still able to put 11 points. Actually, no, only a touchdown because we had over the 30. But it's still able to at least tie the game with Atlanta's regular starters. So backups didn't do too awful in that game. A couple good plays made by some of the younger guys. But we'll wrap out the regular season next episode against the San Francisco 49ers. So make sure you guys are staying tuned to see how well that game goes. If we can grab the first round bye in the last week, that would be great. Gonna knock on some wood for some good luck. But make sure you're subscribing if you're not already, and take that bell notification to be notified of when these videos come out. This series is posted every Monday and Thursday. The state only, currently doing Ohio. Don't want to spoil anything, but that one potentially could be ending soon. So you might want to jump over and watch that one if you haven't already. Posted every Wednesday and Saturday. It's a big week for that series. So if you have been watching but haven't watched the last couple episodes, make sure you do. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.
How it's supposed to feel.